The problem with this darn industry is it's an incurable disease.
Probably met Herb Spear back in the late 70s over at Boyden Field or at the Gulf Hangar. He was basically working for Dome Petroleum at the time, worked with him at Dome Petroleum to here. It's been quite a history, 35 years, I guess, if you look at it that way.
A couple of the pilots came over and we had coffee and said, "Why aren't you at WestJet?" And I said, "Nobody's asked me." I figured that was the end. You know, you can be a smart ass up to a point.
Well, Herb got recruited into WestJet, I think, by Tim Morgan. He was just an extraordinary individual with such energy for a guy of his age. He proudly told me when I first met him that he'd got his pilot's license before I was even born. And so I thought, wow, man, if he's keen to come and join us, I guess I should be very proud to have him on our team.
Actually, in the beginning, the first few years, I know that a lot of people thought that he was Clive. And just because he was just everywhere, you know, he just kind of seamlessly walked through every single department and everybody knew him, everybody loved him, and people thought he was Clive. I don't know if you ever corrected anyone.
I think Herb has always been part of WestJet, but I met him first at a WestJet Warriors function, and this was a gentleman who was interested in coming on a 5 or 10K run with a whole bunch of other airline employees, and I thought it was super cool that a gentleman of his maturity would want to join us cool kids as well, and he was part of the cool kids. So
it's hard to say with Herb sort of thing, you know, going with the WestJetters and the Warrior sort of thing, and going all to the international airline meet sort of thing, and competing in the races. That's a pride of honor for him sort of thing, and although he wins gold medals because he's the only one in that age group.
For his occupational health and safety meeting we had, Herb got up and had a little speech, and at the end of it he says, "You got to remember to live life through the 3 S's. Scotch, sex, and smiles, not necessarily in that order." So I guess he's a living icon of exactly what those are.
He doesn't look at it as he's 90. He looks at it as, I'm active and I can still keep on going, so I'm going to keep on going.
You'll never hear Herb say, "In my day." You know, he's. I think what it is with Herb is that he thinks young. He's changed so much with the times that he'll never say "in my day." He's really more interested in what you have to say and what you have to do, whatever the case may be. But I think what keeps Herb going is that he thinks young, and I think that's why you'll see Herb surround himself with younger women.
Yeah, they go for older people. They know I'm harmless. I won't tell anybody I'm retiring. I just won't show up to work. Somebody's going to say, "Nobody made the coffee this morning. He must be gone."
I think if he retired, he'd die. I don't think I can't imagine him retiring. You know, he's one of those guys that's just going to keep going until he drops down dead, and so you know, all the more power to him.
Yeah, Herb is a young man. I've suggested to him that he's got 18 years in 2 weeks, on the 15th or 19th of February, and I said, "You're going to spend another 2 years minimum, right? You got to get to 20. Probably get a gold watch, Herb, so hang in there." He's got all his hair, all his teeth, and walks pretty damn straight. So, man, I want to grow old like Herb.
You know, I think what brings Herb to work every day is his love of the industry and love of people. He's got so much to continue to contribute and offer. We are so lucky to have him in that respect. So please don't stop, Herb. Keep bringing it.
Herb's just one of those guys that is always looking to make a contribution, whether it's in safety. He talked to me one time about the course that he runs on his own time that helps people deal with their fear of flying. And so he's one of those consummate aviation professionals that just loves the business and has found for 90 years a way to make a contribution. I think to today, it hasn't changed.
He was ready to learn. Like he still wants to learn. He still wants to contribute. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned from Herb is it doesn't matter, you know, what your title is or anything like that. It's what you contribute. It's what you bring to the table, you know. And I think that's the thing that's fascinating about him is I love him very much.
I want to thank Herb for being an excellent role model. I love him. And I hope he sticks around. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's been it's the longest job I've ever had in aviation. Most of my jobs in aviation have lasted 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. But I've never had an 18-year. Even in the military, I only had 14 years. So, yeah, it's been a big part of my life. And I'll keep track of you people.